Hi, this is Travis Mock from DPS Telecom Tech Support, here to guide you through a TKP, which is a techno knowledge paper that will teach you how to upgrade the firmware on a NetGuardian product through the front craft port of that device. Specifically today, I'm going to show you how to upgrade the firmware on a NetGuardian 832A. So I'm going to need a couple things before I can get started. I need a program called ComLoader, which is the software program to do the firmware upgrade, and I also need the firmware for this product also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the DPS website, which is just www.dpstele.com. Once there, at the bottom right, you'll see this support box. Just click on that, and it'll take you to a spot called DPS Tech Support. From here, I'm already registered, so nice and quick and easy for me just to sign in with my password. However, if you're not registered with us yet, just click on this Sign Up Now link and it'll take you to a spot where you can register. It's a nice and fast and easy process. So we'll just go ahead and log in there. Now from here, there's a lot that we can do. Right now, we're really only concerned with the firmware software downloads, but this section of the page is actually the My DPS area. So this is where you can do a lot of specific things for your products. Once here, it's asking you for what product we're talking about. So if I didn't have the ComLoader program, I could just go here and click on this ComLoader W link here. However, I already have that, so I'm going to just grab our firmware. So I'm going to the NetGuardian 832A G5 link. Just hit select here off to the right. Now from here, we can see a lot of different information. We can see release dates. So basically I'm looking for the latest and greatest firmware for this product. So I can see that this date here, this 9/25/09, is currently the latest right now. And you can see the version that we're talking about. If you're looking for more information as far as what new features we added and things like that, you can click on the release notes here. However, I'm going to grab this bundle of software. Now this bundle contains both the firmware and the software for this product. So I'm just going to download that to my desktop on my computer right now. And it's a zipped file, so we'll go ahead and minimize this browser here real quick. And here's my zip file here. So what I'm looking for, the NGEdit program here is the actual software program. We're not too concerned with that right now. Right now what we're looking for is the firmware for it, and that's the ngd_g5 5.1f.tsk file. Now all firmware for all NetGuardian products ends with this .tsk extension type. So once we have that, we're going to open up our ComLoader W program here. Now you can see at the top here it says task file, and in this white box we're going to go over to this ... box here and click on that, and that's where we're going to search for our firmware. Now I'm already pointing at my desktop, so I can go ahead and just click on that, click on my firmware, the .tsk file, click open, and it's pointing to it now. Now I need to change a couple of my COM port settings. I need to make sure I'm using the right COM port. Now on my PC it's just going to be COM3. Obviously it's going to be it might be different for your computer there, so we just need to find the right COM port. For this particular product we're going to be using 115/200 baud, which is going to be the baud rate that we upgrade the firmware to this product with. So most of our products use that baud rate there. However, consult the user manual just to find the exact baud rate. Another one notably that is different is the NetGuardian 216G2. That's going to be a 4800 baud rate, but it's also a much smaller firmware too, so it doesn't take too long to load it. After that, before we hit the start button, we need to do one more thing. I'm going to hit the menu button on the front of the NetGuardian 832A itself, so it's just to the left of the LCD screen, and it's the farthest left button there. After that, I can either use the up or down arrow to scroll, and I'm just looking for a reboot option because we need to reboot this unit for it to accept the firmware. Now when I found reboot, I'm going to hit select. I hit select, and right when I hit select, I run over here and I hit the start button. Now when you hit start, you'll notice the phase right here start counting up. Once you get to phase 4, you're pretty much in the clear. Everything should go pretty smoothly after that. If you didn't quite make it that far yet, chances are our timing was a little off. You do need to be sure that right when you hit that reboot button, whether you hit the reboot button through the front menu options there, or if you just power cycle it through the back, just make sure you run over here and hit start right away. This firmware upgrade procedure applies to several NetGuardian models. It's definitely not just for the 832A. So like I was saying, we have other products. This one in particular has 32 alarm points, 8 serial ports that can be used like a terminal server or can be used to talk to other devices. It also has 8 analog alarms and can do a lot of different things. We have other products like the NetGuardian 216T, which is a little bit different because it actually has a frame relay or a PPP T1 interface for reporting alarms. We have another product called the 216F, which instead of the T1 interface, it trades that for an SFP fiber interface. And then we have some other products like the NetDog G2, which is a smaller remote, definitely a lot like the 832A where it has a web browser and things like that. But it only monitors 8 alarm points and is small, so you can wall mount it and things like that. Now this is going to go ahead and count up. You can see that it's doing its thing right now, counting up to 100%. So we're going to let it just finish its thing. It's probably going to take about 3 minutes. You'll notice with other RTUs like the 216 or even the G2 NetGuardian of the 832A, other models will take a much shorter amount of time. You'll probably see the 216 take about a minute, the 832A G2 or even the G4 for that matter, that only takes about maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So keep in mind also this process can be done, so you can upgrade the firmware over the LAN also, which is a much faster option for you. However, this serial program does the same job. Okay, so we're getting close to the finish line here. We're just about 100% complete. And right about, okay, and it looks like we're done here. So that's all there is to it, really. It's just going to the website, downloading the software, and then using this ComLoader program to upgrade the firmware on this NetGuardian 832A. There are a dozen more RTUs, like I said, that can do the same process. So that gives you a lot of choices for what you need to monitor, how much alarm capacity you need, and basically what you want to do as far as receiving alerts and things like that. So if you wanted to, you could view a full list of these RTUs by going to www.dpstele.com/RTUs.